Today we're testing Denmark's most nostalgic breakfast treat. And we're going to find out why it has stuck around for so long and why so many people feel nostalgic about this. This is breakfast in Denmark, or at least it can be. The Danish name for this is a great long snuffleupagus word, and it's something like mørk Pålægschokolade. I don't know. I'm just trying to roll with it. Basically, it means breakfast chocolate, so I'm all in no matter what you call it. I heard about Pålægschokolade many years ago, but in the US, we just don't have it. And when we decided to travel to Denmark, I couldn't wait to see what it was all about. Pålægschokolade literally means chocolate topping. But the first time we went to the grocery store, I couldn't find it. Of course, that wasn't going to stop me. The next time we went to the grocery store, I looked in the cereal and breakfast aisle, and I didn't find it there. Then I thought, well, maybe it's in the candy section, the candy aisle, but it's not really a chocolate bar. It is these almost paper-thin pieces of chocolate, like playing cards, really. I finally asked a very nice gentleman there in the store if he could help me. And it turned out that he was looking for the same thing because that's what his wife sent him to the store to buy. So he showed me that it was in the area where crackers are. And I guess that makes more sense now because it means topping. So you put things on crackers, you top crackers, and it could be anything from cheese to ham to liver pate. But in this case, we get to try chocolate. That man was so nice and helpful. He explained to me that if I want the full, nostalgic, authentic Danish chocolate experience, that I need to go with this one, Galle Jessen. And this is dark chocolate, this is the classic, this is the brand and the box that Danes know for years and years. Of course, I wanted to make sure that I could bring you the full report and make sure that you're well informed. So I also bought store brand, which was about half the price of milk chocolate, and we'll be using this as well for our taste test. Breakfast chocolate dates back to the early 20th century, but it really took off in Denmark after World War II when chocolate production started up again. It became a common treat for children, especially in the 60s and 70s, as part of a simple breakfast or even in your school lunchbox. The tradition is all about smorgasbord, open-faced sandwiches. And pålæg, as I mentioned before, just means topping. So you top your open-faced sandwich and leave it at that. Okay, that's all great, but we want to know, how do you make this? What does it taste like? How is it eaten? So let's get to that part and I'll show you how to prepare it and then give you a taste test. Okay, this is very easy and very straightforward, but there are a few nuances to it. Here's our rye bread, and you can tell it's very seedy and it's dense. We're going to try that. Here's our standard white bread, and this is kind of my preference, wheat bread. Here we have the authentic, tried and true Galle Jessen, the dark chocolate wafers. They look like this. They seem to have a little waffle pattern, and you can tell they're about the thickness of a playing card, maybe a little more. And then I picked up the store brand of milk chocolate. These have a little bit different presentation, and I would say these are slightly thicker, but not by much. And then of course you have your mandatory butter, and you're ready to go. This is the one that I have that's already prepared and is cold. The butter helps the chocolate stick to the bread, so no chocolate sliding off. Next, I'm gonna cheat or improvise with the wheat bread and the white bread. I'm just warming the bread up a little bit. I want ooey gooey. So on our wheat toast, well, our wheat toast, warm wheat bread. We're going to try 2 experiments on 1 piece of bread. I'm going to go with 1 milk chocolate and 1 dark chocolate. Then on the white bread, we're going to go full-blown kid version with this one. This one's going to get milk chocolate. My plan didn't work perfectly, but we're gonna make it work here. Ooh, yum. Can you see that the milk chocolate is already getting melty and the dark chocolate is nice and glossy around the edges? Time to test this out and see what breakfast chocolate is all about. Now for the taste testing. I know I go through a lot of sacrifices on this channel to make sure everybody's informed, but somebody's got to do it, and I just want you to feel comfortable when you come to Denmark choosing the right chocolate and the right bread. All right, first of all, we'll go with the classic, the unheated, heavy rye bread, butter, and dark chocolate. Well, eating it on the rye bread, the bread is heavy and it feels more hearty and less desserty. The rye bread also has a little bit of a sour taste to it. And of course the chocolate is dark chocolate, so there's a little bit of bite there. The two go really well together, and I think this would be perfect with tea. I don't drink coffee, but I think coffee and chocolate go well together. I bet this is a big hit. It does feel much more on the adult end and less on the kid dessert end. Next up, let's try the kid version, or what I guess I would think is the kid version. White bread, melty chocolate, milk chocolate. Yeah, I would definitely put that in the kid version, although I'm not complaining. Milk chocolate, the little bit of salt in the salted butter, it's melty. The bread is more or less soft and not a lot of competing flavor. I can just imagine Danish kids sitting down, watching cartoons and eating 2 or 3 pieces of this, probably pretty easily. All right, next for the experiment of the wheat bread with the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate. I'll take a milk chocolate bite first. So right away, the wheat bread takes some of that donutty kind of a feeling or taste out of it, and you actually feel like it's more of a piece of bread with a nice chocolate surprise. It's very nice. Now let's try the dark chocolate side. I like that too. I'd say the dark chocolate definitely gives it more of an adult flavor, or more like a nice pastry. Okay, we're not fooling anybody, it's not a pastry, but it gives it that taste that isn't over the top. It feels kind of decadent in its not overly sugariness. Really good, and I'm really glad that I got to try these. Okay, and so I was just thinking about some wild cards now. This might be unacceptable to Danish people, and I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I think you could certainly pair this with other things. Peanut butter and chocolate sounds great, kind of like a Reese's, or you could do chocolate and banana slices, maybe chocolate and raspberry or strawberry jelly. That sounds nice. I think the opportunity to do a lot of experimenting is at hand. So I think I'm gonna call this the Goldilocks experiment. One was too hard, one was too soft, and one was just right. The dark chocolate on the rye bread was a little too pungent. Definitely the milk chocolate on the white bread was too sweet, but the wheat, either chocolate, I did tend to like the dark chocolate a little better, was just right. So would I eat this every day for breakfast? No, I wouldn't. But it was a lot of fun trying it out and seeing what this big snuffleupagus word was all about and how you do it and what it's like. If you grew up in Denmark, let me know in the comments if you grew up with the classic yellow and blue box, or was this even one of the breakfast choices at your home? And if you've never tried this, what do you think? Are you willing to do chocolate on bread for breakfast, or is that just not something you would like to try? Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. It was sure nice to see you. If you're enjoying seeing these taste tests, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, share this with someone that you know would love chocolate for breakfast, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.